Hi everybody, it is Monday. Welcome back to another week of meals on the SeeSaw. So we're starting this week with something a bit different. It's chicken francis, which is the Italian version of French chicken. So there's a French chicken dish that has flattened pieces of chicken which are dipped in flour and then in egg before they're cooked in a pan and then served with a kind of typical French white wine lemon garlic sauce. The Italian do a version of that where in the egg layer you have some Parmesan cheese and some parsley whisked through with the eggs. So all you do is you coat your flattened pieces of chicken. I just had 3 or 4 chicken breasts that I flattened out and then cut into pieces. So I cut each breast into 2 bigger pieces and then I took the little kind of fillet piece off the side. Coated them in some seasoned flour. Flour was just seasoned with salt, pepper and some garlic powder. Then dipped them in the egg mixture. So I had 4 eggs with probably 2 good tablespoons of grated Parmesan and a good sprinkling of dry parsley. You could use fresh parsley as well for that. Dipped them in, coated them, put them in a pan with some oil and butter. So olive oil and butter combination. So the olive oil stops the butter from burning. But you get the nice buttery flavour. Let them cook for about 4 minutes on each side. I just did 2 or 3 pieces at a time and then popped them into a warm oven while I finished the rest. And then when the chicken was all finished, I put 2 tablespoons of, I used olive oil, but you could use butter, into the skillet that I'd used to cook the chicken in. I added 2 tablespoons of flour to that and just let it come together like you're making a roux. And then instead of the 2 cups of chicken stock that you'd normally use to make like a chicken gravy, I used 1 1/4 cups of chicken stock, half a cup of white wine and a quarter cup of lemon juice. So made it up to 2 cups altogether where you've got the wine and the lemon juice in there. I also added some crushed garlic to the mixture, added that actually to the oil before I added the flour in, and a little sprinkle of dried chili flakes to give it a little kick. And then just made that as you would any other kind of flour and butter or flour and oil based sauce. So let it come together, combined everything, let it bubble away for a few minutes. You can see that's a nice, it's really lemony, and you can also taste the hint of wine and the garlic in there as well. And it's got those little hints of chili flakes in there too. So I've got that to pour over mine. Caleb didn't want any on his, so Caleb's is there. The boys have got some chips with theirs. And we've got some of the little part baked rolls. I'm going to have salad with mine instead of the chips. I'm going to have some of the sauce over the chicken, and I'm going to have one of the little bread rolls with it too. So that is our Monday night. I was working from home today, so I had a bit of extra time and just decided to give this a try, and really glad I did, because actually it looks pretty tasty. And this coating is very different because it's the egg on the outside, so it's almost like chicken coated in an omelette because it's cheese and egg and herbs. So but it is a very French style dish, but obviously the Italian hint is the Parmesan added. So off to enjoy this on our Monday evening to start another week. Hi everybody, it's Tuesday night, just a simple supper tonight. So this was going to be chicken thigh fillets with wraps and potatoes, but the grocery delivery sent me thighs instead of thigh fillets. So I've just cooked them in the oven with some peri-peri seasoning sprinkled over them. I've cooked the potatoes, just diced up potatoes, haven't done those for a long time, in the active fryer with a little sprinkle of season oil on them. Some spaghetti hoops, which are just using up some that we used the other day for a meal. We've also got some cucumbers and some lettuce and some wraps to have with them. So quite a simple kind of build your own plate kind of supper tonight for a Tuesday night. Hey everybody, so it's Wednesday evening. Tonight we've got simple chicken fajitas. So this is just some diced chicken or sliced chicken breast with some peppers and onions and some fajita seasoning mix, all just cooked together in the pan. We've got that in tortillas. I've got some guacamole on mine and a little bit of salsa. Tony's got sour cream with his. We have got a little bit of cheese there to add if we want it. And then I've got some of the microwave Mexican rice on the side. So a quick and simple fajita supper for a Wednesday night. Hi everybody, so it's Thursday evening and tonight we've got a simple salmon supper. So this is just some salmon fillets that I marinated for only like 10 or 15 minutes in a combination of lime juice, soy sauce, rice wine vinegar, some garlic and some ginger. and just let that sit for about 10 minutes. And then I cooked them for about 5 minutes on each side in the pan. I've got some little baby potatoes that I cut in half and popped in the active fryer, so they've just gone nice and crispy on the outside. And then we've got some tender stem or long stem broccoli to serve with it. So that is Caleb's plate all ready to go. And simple salmon supper for a Thursday night. Hi everybody, so it's Friday evening and oh my goodness is it hot. I think Tony just said it's the third hottest day ever recorded in England or something. I don't know, but it's hot. I've been a very hot day in the office, a long day in the office at work, so we've waited to have dinner until it's got a bit darker. It's like 8:30 now, so a bit late for us, but that's okay. It's not, well, not dark, but it's just started to cool off a bit outside. So I've made a very simple bolognese tonight. It's just my standard bolognese mixture. So it's a package of mince, it's got onion, carrot, celery and pepper, and I've got garlic granules, Italian mixed herbs, and celery salt and a bay leaf, a carton of passata, and just let that all cook together for as long as it took for everything else to be ready. Cooked up some fusilli pasta, and then I've also just steamed some broccoli and cauliflower florets just to have a bit more veg, because I just feel I haven't had much veg this week. I probably have, but I just don't feel like I have, and I haven't felt like eating fruit for some reason. I was on a real fruit kick last couple of weeks, but this week I've barely touched the fruit in the bowl. So just the way things go, isn't it? So I just wanted to have a nice filling meal with lots of veggies in it for our Friday night. That is mine. That is Kate's. Now, horrors, we don't have any cheese in the house. I don't know that there's ever been a time when we haven't had cheese in our fridge, ever. And I don't know how it happened. It was just poor timing across the week. I think because the Morrison's order I did last week, the package of mozzarella cheese was much smaller than I thought it was going to be. I didn't look at the weights of it. And therefore, when I used mozzarella, I had to bulk it up a little bit with some cheddar. And then there wasn't enough cheddar left to sprinkle, and we've used the Parmesan as well. So Caleb had one of those little blocks of like lunchtime cheeses left in the fridge. So I've just grated that over his, so he's got some cheese. But Tony and I are going to have cheeseless bolognese, which is unheard of. But I'm sure we'll cope. But anyway, off to enjoy this on this very toasty Friday evening. Hi everybody, so it's Saturday night and I've made a ham, leek and potato pie, and I just wanted to capture it while it was all still like this because it looks so yummy. This was really simple. I just put some onions, leeks and potatoes in a skillet with a little bit of butter, put the lid on, put them over a really low heat for about 15 minutes to let them kind of what they call sweat a little bit, so soften right up. And then I added 2 tablespoons of flour, stirred that through, 300 ml of chicken broth, just let it all come together so it was a kind of thickened up a little bit. And I took it off the heat, stirred through 2 teaspoons of mustard and 100 ml of creme fraiche to give it the nice creamy texture. I added some black pepper also, and then 200 grams of chopped up, just over 200 grams of chopped up ham. You could use leftover gammon for this, you could use thick sliced ham. I used the ham trimmings from Aldi, which were perfect for this, so just little chunks of ham. Mix that all together, pop it into a dish, use a puff pastry sheet to layer over the top and brush with egg. 200 degree fan oven for half an hour, and I turned it down to 180 fan for the last 10 minutes. So really simple to make a really yummy looking pie. You could also add chicken to this. If you wanted to add some chicken, you would just need to cook it off a bit and then stir it in with the ham. But just a really tasty pie. So I will dish some up and show you what it looks like on the plate. We're going to have it with some steamed vegetables. And so there it is out of the pie dish. You can see the chunks of ham in there, some potato, there is leeks in there, and the pie crust, and then the steamed vegetables on the side. So looking forward to this evening on a Saturday night. Hi everybody, so it's Sunday evening and we're ending our week this week with something we haven't had for a while, a good old-fashioned roast dinner. So I've got a roast pork, which was a leg of pork with crackling. I have had a little tiny piece of crackling while I was preparing it. And then we've got cauliflower, broccoli, red cabbage and carrots. And then we've got some active fryer roast potatoes and parsnips and some gravy. And I've got some applesauce to go on the side. So that's our Sunday roast for this week. Thank you for joining us for this week of Meals on the Seesaw, and we look forward to seeing you back here soon.